Welcome everyone. Six Arm Gamer here, and today we are going to be playing some Explorer. Alright, so I got a pretty sweet deck for you guys today. It is what I like to call Rackdos Artifact Sacrifice. That bit of a mouthful, but that's what it is. I mean, honestly, you call it Oni Cult's aggro probably would be nice as well. But anyway, you got 3 Fatal Pushes. You're sacrificing stuff, so Revolt's triggered. It's a great card to have in the deck. It's just good in general. Bowmat Courier, it's card advantage. Hasty Boy, deals some early damage. Great in an aggro deck. Great in an artifact deck even. So, Experimental Synthesizer, this is a card draw as well as a sacrificable creature or artifact that then turns into card draw. Sorry, that was easier said than done apparently. But anyway, then you got Reinforced Ronin. It's a great 1-drop. It bounces, which is actually not a disadvantage in this deck because we have Reckless Fireweaver, so you get a ping every turn you play it. It also can crew up Moigatai and then be sacrificed if it is no longer usable, or discarded to draw a card. This card is actually a big all-star in the deck. It will definitely surprise you. Sticky Fingers. This is basically some card advantage as well as treasures, which are artifacts, and they can be sacrificed with Deadly Dispute, with Moigatai Soul Ripper. You know, they can use you to ramp. You can also sacrifice them to Sozukin Smelter as well as Oni Cult Anvil. The card draw is really nice since we're playing stuff like Scrap Heap Scrounger. We don't care if it dies, we just attack every single turn with it or sacrifice it. It's nice because it also comes back from the graveyard. So yeah, we also, like I said, we have Deadly Dispute. Just good ramp / card draw. Artifact sacrifice synergies, you know, all the way. Moigatai Soul Ripper, this is a big all-star in this deck. It just crushes. A lot of the stuff crews it. The Sokuzen Smelter crews it. Scrap Heap crews it. Reinforced Ronin crews it. So then everything we got is sacrificable basically for the Moigatai Soul Ripper to give it menace and +1/+1 counter. Doesn't seem super powerful for just a 4/3 for crewing, but it just quickly gets snowballs out of control. It is amazing. Scrap Heap Scrounger, artifact, comes back from the graveyard. Not much else to say. 3/2, that's kind of nice. Reckless Fireweaver, this card is what helps you get in those last few points of damage in rough matchups. So that is sweet. I wish it was 2 power. It would be nice if it was a 2/2, not a 1/3, but can't have everything. Sokuzen Smelter, this is another artifact sacrifice thing. Getting a 3/1 red construct with haste is really nice. And the absolute top all-star of this deck is Oni Cult Anvil. So, and finally we have Servo Schematic, just some more sacrifice fodder. Gives us artifacts as it's being sacrificed as an artifact, so it's pretty sweet. Otherwise, we have the basic setup for any dual land deck. And my apologies. Look at the sideboard. We have 3 Thoughtseizes for control, Spell Matters decks. We have 2 Feed the Swarms for enchantments, 2 Rolling Vortexes for life gain, 2 Noxious Grasps for pesky green and white creatures, Unlicensed Hearths for graveyards, Bedevil for artifacts and planeswalkers, Chandra for card advantage and removal. So that is all that, and we are just gonna get right into some matches. Versus Brickword. Alright. Alright, we'll play first, of course. Pretty decent. Got that turn 1 Fatal Push for anything worthwhile to get rid of. Turn 2 Reckless Fireweaver. Alright, nothing. Maybe Flash. No, no flash. Okay. Is this mono blue tempo? Yep, sure is. Alright, we will put this on red. Play this. Hold open the fatal push just in case they counter it. They do not. Get some pings in. Swing in. I'm going to hold open this fatal push for any moment that they tap out. They do not do anything. They take the damage. So, is Curious in Session coming? Doesn't look like it. So, they have 3 snow permanents. Okay. Actually, let's do this. Force them to tap out. Then fatal push. That is sweet. Okay. Not the best situation, but I'm gonna do this while I have the ability to play a bunch of stuff. There we go. Draw. Yep, getting in all them pings. And I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to play a Sticky Fingers on cancel on this Reckless Fireweaver. Give it a little bit of insurance as well as some mana advantage. Yup, ping and ping. There you go. What do you have to deal with this opponent? Alright, they play the Ascendant Spirit. And a Mausoleum Wanderer. Well, I'm going to play this on black. Play the Experimental Synthesizer. Play the Soul Ripper. Now, I highly expect this to get countered. Does not. It's instant and sorcery, so I will cast this. They do not have any responses. My guess is they have a bounce spell. Well, swing all out. I imagine that our Sticky Fingers creature gets bounced. It does not. Obviously, put this one first, because they're going to buff the Ascended Spirit. I get to draw a card. It is a Scrap Heap. That's pretty decent. Well, play the Scrap Heap. What do you have, opponent? Decline. See, this means I can cast this without being countered. That is that. Alright. So, what do you thought sees in I think that's all. Going down. Keep the fatal pushes since they'll be on turn 1, and they might potentially play something. I think I just trim. The Morgatai is hard for them to deal with. One drops that have haste are hard for them to deal with. Go down a servo schematic, maybe. I would just trim the 4 drops. Or the... Turn 1 Thoughtseize, pretty good. Turn 2 do nothing, pretty bad. But we'll keep this anyway. Alright, that is perfectly fine. Throw that on black. Oh, get rid of the counter spell. Well, yeah, that's actually pretty good draw. Play the Ripper. Alright, they play a Spectral Sailor. And now they hold up their rattle chains. Or not. Shacklegeist, interesting. Well, play this. Pass, do not pay for the trigger. That is annoying, but alright. We take 4, they get to draw a card. Still low on, they still have low card advantage, so I'm not gonna worry too much. Alright, play the synthesizer. Alright, we get a Deadly Dispute, play the land. Deadly Dispute the synthesizer. So what I'm going to do is Thoughtseize them. Okay, they rattle chain, so I assume they have nothing else good. Okay, just the land in hand. Play the Ronin. Crew the Morgatai. They're going to tap it down, it looks like. That's fine. We'll swing in for 2 damage. Pass the turn. So next turn, I think... Play this Sozakin, Deadly Dispute it. Play like 2. Is that enough? It is. Darn. Alright, well they got us that match. But we were not on the draw. Huh. Those Thoughtseizes kind of did us in, to be honest. I'm just going to keep it this way. I think this is actually the best build for Spirit's Tempo. Because it's not really mono blue tempo, it's Spirit's Tempo. Alright, play first. There we go. Keep. Turn 1 Bomat's always nice. Turn 2 land. We can always get a treasure though with sticky fingers. They must have something. They have a Spectral Sailor? Okay. Pass turn. Okay, they have the Curious Obsession. They swing in. Draw a card. Well, we will play the Reckless Fireweaver. And swing in. Make a treasure. Paying for some damage. Next turn, Oni Cult. Hopefully draw a land and reinforce Ronin at the same time. Pass turn. There's a Shacklegeist. Okay. Can't block. Yeah, I can only block creatures with flying. Alright. Okay, well that leaves us open for our Bomat to get in. There's the land. Alright. Well, play the Oni Cult. Play the Ronin. Alright, they tap the Bomat. That's fine. Swing in. They're down to 10. What are they going to do? Alright, another Curious Obsession. An Ascended Spirit. Okay, are you going to swing in for all that damage? No? Okay, just swing in with the 2. Well, I'm going to play the Synthesizer because we're trying to look for a land. Do not hit a land. Well, play the Ronin. Swing in. Sack this. Probably won't be able to play what we get, but I want the life gain as well as the token. Okay. Two, 5. Okay. Okay. 5, 6, 10. Oh, Exacxies? That's so annoying. Alright, well, loss against Tempo, not too big of a deal, I don't think. Still showed that the deck has a very strong showing. I kept some land light hands, and it still ran very well. Even if I had not attacked, I would have not been able to stop that. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't think I made any misplays, but if I did, tell me in the comments. You know, I'd love to improve my playstyle. Against Dark Edge. Alright, with the Bolus's appropriate avatar. I'm going to keep it, but I'm not too excited about it. I'm going to go the Blood Crypt. Oh, we got a Yarion deck? Yeah, we got a Yarion deck. Interesting. Well, play the Reckless Fireweaver. Still Jeskai. Alright, well, just in case, if it's control, that life does not really matter that much. Ooh, you have a sensor? Ah, I think they have a sensor in their hand. Alright. More than likely control. Just an Omen of the Seas. Alright. I'm starting to really think it's control now. Usually Bolus's people's players or whatever love their control. Maybe not. Well, I'm going to Fatal Push that. I'm going to play the Ripper. Swing in for 2 damage and pass the turn. They get to do some looting. Ooh, it's the enchantment. Oh, that's a cool Spell Pierce art. It's the enchantment shenanigans deck. Yeah, with the Fires of Invention. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to crew up this. Swing in. Decline. Then sack one of the Fire Weavers to draw some cards. Play the other Fire Weaver. What do you have in hand, opponent? You gotta play something. Opponent is thinking. Taking their dear sweat time about it. Alright. Get the Yarion, of course. They play the Yarion. Okay. I'm going to play the Scrap Heap. Then I'm going to crew up the Moikutai Soul Ripper with the Scrap Heap. I'm going to swing in. Sack the Scrap Heap. Get rid of the Yarion. Next turn, Soul Ripper again. Or maybe Reckless Fireweaver. Getting to the point where they have I have a lot of mana and they can play a lot of big things. Alright, Shark Typhoon. Interesting. Okay, Indomitable Creativity. Alright, Ulamog. That is a land. That is very good. Play this. Play this. Alright. That is basically turn. They cannot activate the Reflection of Kichi Jiki yet, which is good because we do not want to see 2 Ulamogs on the battlefield. Okay. Agent of Treachery. Yep. That's annoying. Okay, they cycle. Okay, that's fine.
I have practiced against many foes like you. I have just the trick for this.
Dominant Creativity that they cannot cast. Well, I will not block. Down to 2. Alright. Our turn. Ooh. Alright, play this. Yes! Alright. So we get there with 2 life. It's always sweet victory. Well, feed the Swarm in. Thoughtseize in. Going down. Obviously the Fatal pushes. Sticky Finger seems pretty good actually. So does Moikutai. Scrap Heap not so much. Reckless Fireweaver. You know, we'll just go down 2 Servo Schematics. It's probably the weakest card in the deck, to be honest. There we go. That's pretty good. Always like to see that turn 1 tap land from the opponent. Turn 1 bow mat from us. Beat, motherfucker. Okay, that sucks. Reckless Fireweaver. Pass turn. Alright, we'll play this. Play the Scrap Heap. Play good old Sticky Fingers. Swing in. Okay, they have an Omen of the Sea. Okay, no. We'll play the Onicode Anvil. Into a Reinforced Ronin. I'm not going to swing with the Reckless Fireweaver just in case. Yep, there's that.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
Well, I would just sacrifice that to Onicode Anvil. Ping you for some damage, draw a card, ping you some more damage. That is going to die.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Actually, do I kill the creature? Keep going face? I'm honestly thinking that's the best option. I don't know if that was the right color choice, but... swing like this. Actually, I would have won. That was actually a misplay. My apologies. Again, something I can definitely not pronounce. Alright, this is a pretty decent hand. Definitely going to keep this. Turn 1 Bomet's always good. Alrighty. Ledger Shredder is pretty good too. Play Sticky Fingers on the Bomat. Keep getting in for some damage. Alrighty, there we go. Get that treasure. Play that Reckless Fireweaver. Yeah, they get to loot. It's annoying, but it is what it is. Pitch a Phoenix. Alright, just Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Alright, play the Experimental Synthesizer into an Onicode Anvil. Yep, you get to do some more looting. And they drop a Ledger Shredder, alright. I think I pass. Opponent pitches a bunch of lands, draws 2 cards. Alright, there's a Consider. There's a Phoenix in the graveyard. Do you have 2 more 1-drops or a land and a 2-drop? Alright, well there's the Conniving. Ooh, more Phoenix in the graveyard. So they got 3 in there? Yeah. Sack this. But now they get the Phoenixes, which is really actually kind of scary. Alright, down to 8. So, what can you possibly do? We're going to die no matter what next turn, so we'll take action on this. Do this. Do this. Don't care about that. You do whatever. How close? I'm just curious how close we can get at this point. Let's see what we would have gotten. A sticky fingers. Yep, not quite good enough. All right, well, they got us there, but I feel like this is a pretty decent matchup for us. So, let's see. Unlicensed Hearse in for sure. Feed the Swarm in. I don't want to go the Thoughtseizes because of the life loss. We're running like this, going down. Honestly, not sure what to go down. Reinforced Ronin. Moikitai. No, that was an all-star. That almost caused us to win the game if we had just a little more damage. So, Servo and a Sosuken. Or Sokizan? I don't know, whatever. Alright, turn 1 Bomat. We always love putting sticky fingers on a Bomat. It's always really powerful. Alright, the Bomat gets killed. Oh, we have another. Play this on black. Play the Bomat. Enchant the Bomat. And swing in. Get us a treasure. Well, that is getting Feed the Swarmed. Yeah, that's gotta go. We'll play the Moikitai. Alrighty. So looking pretty good in this playthrough. There's a lightning axe, but we at least get to draw a card. And something that's not really particularly amazing. I'm gonna do this first rather than the Reckless Fireweaver. Crew this up. Decline. Swing in. Decline again. Smash in face, buddy. Alright, so now down to 11. Without that Ledger Shredder, they're really just suffering. Well, I don't know. Suffering is the right word, but they're really slowed down and not really doing much. There's a land that's actually really awesome. Reckless Fireweaver Weaver into a Moikitai Soul Ripper. Gets crewed up. I will not sacrifice for this. Okay, they block. Doing some looting. Alright. Interesting. A crackling drake. Kind of didn't expect to see that. Actually, double crew. Decline. I'm just gonna sack and sack because that's game, right? Yep. There we go. Match 2 to us. Heck yeah. Okay. Well, that ran pretty well. That Feed the Swarm really did help us out. Alright, that's pretty good. We will keep. Got the pretty nice synergy of the Ronin with the Fire Weaver. And the Oni-Code Anvil goes nice synergy with this as well. Alright, Ronin. Do you have some removal opponent? They have something in hand. Opt. Yep, there's the opt. Okay, turn to nothing. Well, we'll play the Reckless Fireweaver. Next turn, Anvil and Ronin. Pretty good 1-2 combo. There's a Lava Coil. Well, I'd prefer that to go on that than something else. Need this to be on red. Play this. Play this. Swing in for some damage and get us a nice token. Alright, pass turn. There we go. Ain't she a beauty? There's a Ledger Shredder. Do not have any way to remove that currently. But we do have some Deadly Disputes. Hopefully draw us into them. Ha! The magic gods have spoken.
Dookie, I just realized something. I'll be damned. I bet it is. Oh, wow. I need the book.
Opponent's just searching for anything to do against what we're doing. No Phoenixes in the graveyard. Alright, they removed this, but we can sack it. Get a life gain, life loss for them. That's all good. This is a pretty good draw right here. Alright, swinging in. Getting the token. Pinging in for some more damage. And hold up this Deadly Dispute. Anger of the Gods. Interesting. Okay, well, in that case, we'll sack this. Draw some cards. There's an Unlicensed Hearse. That's pretty good. Then sack this to this. And then the Reckless Fireweaver will just have to die. So sad. Alright. Hey, there's another one. That's nice. Alright, I'll play the Reckless Fireweaver into an unlicensed hearse. Paying for some damage if opponent will ever let us. Play the anvil. Now, honestly, we just sack this and he's dead. Boom and boom. Yep, there we go. That's how you do it. Ooh, up to tier 3. Against Lewis. Alright, Lewis, what do you got for us today? Something interesting, hopefully. This is a snap keep. Into the bugbear, of course. Swing in. Yep, get that Bomac Courier going.
Daniel here.
Yeah.
I know what's wrong with the air conditioner, I think.
Take action. Throw on a Sticky Fingers. Throw out a Reinforced Ronin and smash face. And there's our nice, beautiful treasure. Goes back to our hand. He loves me some treasure. Look at this crazy treasure. Looks like the elixir of life. Okay, that sucks. But that got removal out of their hand, and we get to draw a card out of it still. Yep. Well, play the synthesizer. What do we get? A Deadly Dispute. Huh. I think we Deadly Dispute the synthesizer. Okay, we don't care about a Fatal Push. So there's a lot of choices here. Scrap Heap would be pretty good for next turn. If they don't play anything that can block it. Oniko Anvil is always good to get going. But then these 2/3 drops, 3 damage right now is pretty appealing. I think I'm going to go for the 3 damage now. Then next turn, Oniko Anvil and Servo Schematic, I think. Depending on what they play. A Reckless Fireweaver would be really nice right about now. Alright, that gets a stomp. I'm actually pretty happy with the removal sequence that's been going on. Alright, play the schematic. Sacrifice the schematic. Get us a bunch of 1/1s. And pass the turn. Runaway Steamkin, that's pretty good. Well, play the Ronin. Play the Scrap Heap. At this point, we're just out of steam, so just hoping that what we got will get us to the end goal. Alright, yep, get a pick. I might, just might cycle this or channel, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so they do that. That's not really that big a deal. That is a nice play, actually. There's another stomp. They cannot cast. Okay, another light up the stage. They now can cast that stomp. But would it be worth it? Okay. That's annoying, but Not a major deal, I don't think. Alright, that is perfect. I would love to see a Reckless Fireweaver. Yeah, I lose some life, whatever. And swing all out. This should be game if I did my math correct. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and then 10. And then 11 for the Fireweaver after the Anvil. Yep. Sorry, sir, that is not the right way to block. And beaten mono red yet again. Well, we saw this. So this is more the spells matter, not just creature aggro. So do we do much of anything? Lysandra maybe, but it's a bit slow for this kind of deck. Don't want either of these because it lose life, and that's just too risky. This is kind of slow too, so I think I'm just going to run it back. So if they get the Runaway Steamkin into a lot of card advantage, I don't think we can beat that. This is a bit of a risky play, but I'm going to take it. It kind of relies on Bomat surviving, but looking good so far. No pauses, so they probably don't have any reaction or any action to take. Okay, to play that. We lose a life, yep. Cool, cool, cool. There we go. That's what I want to see. Give me that treasure. Alright, pass the turn. Chain Whirler. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's really good. Alright. 4/4 first strike that gets rid of my creature. Don't know if this will hit a land. I'm gonna risk it. It does not hit a land. Hit something that we actually would have liked to have. I think they got this one though. Not just because of my hand. Yeah, they just had a good sequence of plays. Yep. That's okay though. You know, when you keep a risky hand, that kind of stuff happens. So, back into it. Now, keep in mind that they have Chain Whirler on there. I wonder if that came out of their sideboard as a board wipe for all the 1/1s we make. It's possible. This is pretty good. This can crew this. This gets in a bunch of hasty damage. I don't really want to shock myself, so we're going to play it this way. Swing in for 2. Pass the turn. No turn 1 play. Alright, well, we'll play the Ripper. And pass the turn. Turn 3. Ronin into Scrap Heap. Play the Ronin. Play the Scrap Heap. Well, we will use this the crew right now before he dies. Swing in. Do I sacrifice this? I'm gonna go with decline. I want to be presenting the most damage as possible in this matchup. Okay, that's no biggie. Annoying, but fine. I'm not going to shock myself. Decline. Play the Sozukin. Or Sokuzin. Play the Ronin. Crew up the Ripper. Okay. I was worried about that, but that's fine. Swing in. Yep. And pass the turn. Do we see a Chain Whirler? No, we just see a Bone Crusher Giant. It is a 5/4 after all, though. And another Kamuno. Well, let's play this, see what we get. A Fatal Push, that is nice. So, Deadly Dispute this. Might as well play this. Fatal Push this. Yep, we don't care about the damage dealt. Play the Ronin. Swing in for a bunch of damage. An opponent is down to 2. What will you do, opponent? Yep, he gets a 2/2. That's fine. Is that a frustration attack? Okay, I've not seen that Dominaria card. That is fine though, because we have the Ronin. I don't think opponent thought that one through. Play this just in case. Alright, and we got there. That's what I like to see. This deck is so sweet. Well, that is Artifact Sack for you guys. It's a fun, awesome deck. Very viable in Explore. Don't feel afraid to make changes. You know, there's always Kolaghan's Command. There's always Kiki-Jiki, the reflection of Kiki-Jiki. There's always the one that gives a blood token. I've run so many different versions of this deck that all of them ran pretty good. This is the one I settled on because I felt like it matched the synergy the most, as well as just my enjoyable play style. So, like always, everybody like and subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. I know it's a bit cringy, but I would really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good day and get to playing some Magic. Enjoy life. Alright. 6 Arm Gamer, signing off.